So much impurity. If I can get rid of that, no, nothing wrong. And he said, Sila, Samadhi, Panya, that's all. I'm going to teach you only these three, nothing else. And Buddha taught only these three, nothing else. So many things in your country, in India, so much blame was given to Buddha and his teaching. But really, the actual teaching, if people understand, all the misgivings will go away, all the misunderstandings will go away. I'm going to teach you the pure teaching of Buddha, nothing else. I thought, let me give a trial, let me see. And had a strong determination. I will not become a Buddhist. I will take a 10-day course, but I will not become a Buddhist. All right, let me give a trial. And I went to his center. He gave me a small pamphlet, a small booklet, the first page. As I was reading it, I was wonderstruck. Buddha's words. And he says, don't believe, don't believe, don't believe, don't believe. Don't believe even if your teacher says something. You experience the truth. And with your personal experience, if you find that it is good for you and good for everyone else, then only accept it. And not only accept it, then live that life. Wonderful. I had come from a tradition where I am told that if you don't believe, you will go to hell. If you believe, you will go to heaven. And here is somebody saying, don't believe, don't believe. Oh, there is no blind faith in this teaching. No blind belief. You must experience yourself, and if you find it good for you and good for others, then only accept it. Those words attracted me, and I took my course. 3 days, Anapana, then Vipassana was given. Day by day, as I practiced, I found all these things are there in the religion from which I am coming. But they are only sermons, no practice. And here I am asked to practice. Control of the mind, purification of the mind, to live a moral life, real moral life. Within 10 days, morphia was gone forever. Migraine was gone forever. And they looked so unimportant to me, my behavior pattern started changing. Not that within 10 days, all my impurities went away, but they started getting diminished. My entire behavior pattern started changing. Then for the first time I started reading the words of Buddha. For the first time at the age of 31, living in a country where most of the people are followers of Buddha Dhamma, I never read Buddha's teaching. I never heard any sermon from a monk. Now, after Vipassana, I started reading the first book, Dhamma Pada. Every pada that I read, every gatha, like ambrosia, was nectar, so good, so pure. Why this great misunderstanding about Buddha's teaching? Perhaps there is something wrong in other sermons of Buddha. Then with the advice of my teacher, I started reading other scriptures, the words of Buddha. I was so fascinated. A magnetic pull I got by Vipassana, And then the magnetic pull by the words of Buddha, wonderful teacher. In my previous tradition, Sila is given importance. And then later on, when I started teaching, as per the instructions of my teacher, and went round the world, met people of different religions, I found morality is acceptable to every religion. Every religion worth its name teaches morality, but teaches morality, how to practice it. Here Buddha is interested in the practice. He is not interested in merely giving sermons. He teaches. And his enlightenment, with the enlightenment, he discovered the real root of misery. This was known to many traditions in the neighboring country, India, that you become miserable because you generate craving, aversion, tanha. That was acceptable. But Buddha went much deeper, much deeper. The depth of the problem. I was told that Shila is important because if you take any action, physical or vocal, which is harmful, which harms and hurts other people, which disturb the peace and harmony of the atmosphere around you, it is not good. So abstain from that. Don't harm others. That was known to me. But now I understand. I understood with the words of Buddha. I understood with my personal practice that by breaking Shila, I am not just harming others. I am harming myself. The words of Buddha started ringing in my ears. Pubbe hanati attanang pacha hanati sopare. First you harm yourself. First you kill your own peace and harmony. Then only you kill others. Then only you harm others. And it became so clear. I can't break any Shila. I can't kill anybody. I can't steal. I can't have any sexual misconduct. I can't speak lies and deceive others without generating some impurity or the other in my mind. First I have to generate an impurity in the mind. And then only I take physical or vocal action to harm others. And with the practice that was given to me, and the practice now tried by people around the world, hundreds and thousands of people are practicing vipassana, and they agree. As soon as one generates an impurity in the mind, one becomes miserable. Anger, hatred, ill will, animosity, passion, fear, ego, any impurity, you are the first victim of your negativity. Pubbe hanati attanam. That was something new to the mankind, a great discovery by the super scientists of the spiritual world. Pubbe hanati attanam. You first harm yourself, then only harm others. Yes, quite true. When I generate an impurity, I become so miserable, because people do not know to observe the reality within themselves. When you generate anger, when you take some action, unwholesome action towards anybody, your conscious mind keeps on thinking, so-and-so harmed me, so-and-so insulted me, that is why I have to take action, I have to take revenge. These are the thoughts coming in your mind. But you do not know what happens deep inside. The whole body starts burning. Tension increases. Palpitation increases. Oh, what a great misery Vipassana taught me. And Vipassana taught hundreds and thousands of people who are practicing now. Observe yourself. Observe the truth within yourself. Then only you will realize what is happening within you. If I touch burning fire, I get hurt. I get burned. I get that lesson. And then I never touch the burning fire because I have experienced it. Similarly, if you keep on experiencing that every time you generate any impurity in the mind, you are the first victim of that impurity. You become miserable. Having that experience once, twice, 10 times, 100 times, the behavior pattern starts changing. Oh, the Shila taught by Buddha is far deeper than the Shila taught by different religions. I am not against different religions, but understand, the technique of Buddha brought us to that depth, and you realize the truth about yourself, truth about the entire universe. Samadhi. To concentrate the mind is acceptable by every religion of the world. To discipline the mind is acceptable by every religion of the world.